Clean sweep of the top four for Mercedes-Benz in the first race of the 2010 DTM season at the Hockenheimring. In front of 78,000 spectators in bright sunshine, Gary Paffett won the thrilling season opener. At the start, Paffett led from Tomczyk and Spengler, Paul di Resta was 8th and defending champion Timo Scheider was 9th. Ralf Schumacher had a very good start, moving up from 16th to 11th and eventually just missing out on scoring points by finishing 9th. Briefly after the start, Tomczyk found a way past Paffett and thus took the lead. However, soon after that he had a puncture on the main straight, so that he had to compete almost one lap on the wheel rim. He only ended up 17th. Last year Tomczyk already had 2 retirements at Hockenheim. The problem occurred between the 2 Opel corners for the first time. I don't know what caused it. I have been racing at the Hockenheimring for 10 years and this year I have 2 punctures. Matthias Ekström drove a strong race and moved up from 5th to 2nd behind race leader Paffett. However, after a strategic mistake, Ekström had to come to the pits for a 3rd time. He eventually finished 6th.
I'm happy with the performance in general. I mean, I felt the car was good in balance. Drove a clean race, no really spectacular things, but unfortunately the team called me 1 lap too early for the pit stop, and that ruined more or less the chances of fighting for a podium.
Timo Scheider didn't quite find his pace and crossed the finish line in 7th place. The best placed Audi driver was Mike Rockenfeller, who ended up 5th with his 2008 Spec A4.
I mean, I'm quite happy, of course. Unfortunately, the best Audi is P5 today, so for Audi in general, for us, it was not the best race, that's clear. I had a really good start, then Paul blocked me and I lost all my momentum. I lost a lot of positions and fought back, and the team did a great job, so I'm quite happy and looking forward for the next race.
Ex-Formula 1 driver David Coulthard had started 17th and finished 12th ahead of Kung Fu Cheng, who also drove his maiden DTM race.
Well, it was quite fraught. My start was terrible, but then some people were touching, so I was able to overtake there. And thereafter, it was just a question of trying to gain experience, so learning how the tyres are going during the race.
Top rookie was Miguel Molina, who finished a very strong 8th and thus scored a championship point on his debut right away. At the end, it was an undisputed 4-fold victory for Mercedes-Benz with Gary Paffett, Bruno Spengler, Jamie Green and Paul di Resta.
It's the perfect start, being on pole yesterday and winning the race today. It wasn't easy, but you know, 10 points after race 1, we couldn't have started any better.
An amazing result, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what you dream of, and Gary did a fantastic job.
A look at the result, which brought Norbert Haug quite a lot of messages to congratulate him. 15th DTM victory for Gary Paffett. Jamie Green is the best placed driver of a 2008 Spec car. Rockenfeller is the best Audi driver, followed by 3 fellow Audi drivers. Susie Stoddard in 11th place from Coulthard, Cheng and Leck. Oliver Jarvis retired early already after some collisions. A clean sweep of the podium for Mercedes-Benz, overwhelming joy for Paffett, Spengler and Green, the driver standings after the first race. The second race of the 2010 DTM season takes place at Valencia's Circuit Ricardo Tormo in Spain on May 23rd.